Have you just taken your PLAB 2 exam and are you feeling pretty down about it? I get this question a lot from people who've just done their exam. You see it all across social media. People have taken their exam 2, 3, 4 days ago and they're feeling dejected. They're feeling that it went terribly. They're feeling that they've failed. They're thinking about all those things that they've messed up. And it can leave people feeling in a pretty low state for a few days, and then a lot of them obviously go on to get passes and everything changes. But I'm just concentrating on those people who right now are feeling that their exam went terribly. You're in that kind of difficult phase between exam and results. And I just wanted to reach out with a video because I get people contact me a lot saying that I know I failed, I messed up XYZ, and I just thought this video might help. I'm an Arora from Arora Medical Education. I've helped thousands of doctors prepare and pass PLAB 2. I'm a previous PLAB 2 examiner as well, so I see this kind of worry a lot, okay? And it's something that's very, very common. It'd be very unusual for you to walk out of a PLAB 2 exam and think, you know what, I nailed it, I got everything perfect, all my cases went really well. It's just not that type of exam. Now, I want to go through a couple of things that hopefully will make you feel a little bit better. Number one, your brain is by default going to look at those 5 or 6 things that you didn't do well. It's just human nature, right? You're going to focus on those little things that you think, oh, I can't believe I said that, or I said that a little bit wrong, or that didn't come out smoothly, or I wanted to mention this but I didn't. That's what your brain will do. It's designed to focus on those things and extrapolate them and make them bigger and bigger and bigger. But what it doesn't do is focus on the probably hundreds of really good things that you did in your cases, okay? You probably just forget them completely. Some really good explanations, some guideline-based management, some really good questions, the way you dealt with certain issues like ICE, for example. These things you're going to forget because your brain doesn't like to focus on things that you did well. It focuses on things that you didn't do very well. So that's the first thing. Even though you think that there are so many things that you didn't do right, there are probably many, many, many more things that you did much better. Secondly, PLAB 2 is an exam that you can't, like I said, walk out and think that you've done really well. The cases just don't work like that. It's not like an exam where you walk in and it's a black or white answer, okay? You got it right or wrong. There's a lot that happens in those 8-minute consultations. There's a lot of different things that go up and down. There's a lot of deviations from the main path that you then bring back to center. And it leaves you with that feeling that you can never be 100% confident that you did a case really well. And actually, what's really interesting is when people get their results for PLAB 2, the cases that they think they did really badly on, often they get higher scores, and cases that they think that they actually did really well on, they actually get lower scores. And that's very common simply because it's that type of exam where you know, being vague and being general and covering lots of things is how you often score high in PLAB 2, whereas doing one thing really, really well, pinpoint perfection, doesn't always get you that higher score. So even though you may think there are 3 or 4 cases that didn't go well, from experience, when people get their results, often you find that you surprise yourself with those cases that actually you score quite higher on, simply because we've done a video on this elsewhere, but simply because in a case where you're not quite sure what you're doing or you're not 100% sure with the diagnosis, you tend to talk a little bit more generally. You tend to talk about more general issues, which can at times score you more marks. So even though you come out of that case thinking, oh, I didn't really know what that was about, I didn't really feel it went well, you've actually built up a lot of scores on the way. So if you are sitting in this position right now, if you're feeling pretty down, obviously reach out to me. This is not a video for those who have just failed PLAB 2, because most people who take PLAB 2 will pass. Most people who feel they've failed will actually pass. We've got another video on the channel if you've actually failed the exam that might help you in terms of bouncing back. But if you're in that really small window of, I've done my exam, feeling pretty bad, got results in a few weeks, don't know how to cope, then hopefully this video is going to be of some value, okay? Most people do pass. I'm sure you've passed. Like I said, you do focus on, it's natural to focus on the things that didn't go well. It's impossible to know whether the case went well or not, really, unless you've done some kind of big medical-based error, which is unusual. You might have the odd 1 or 2 case. And also remember, even if you did have a couple of cases that didn't go well, even if you completely bombed 1 or 2 cases, that does not mean that you failed PLAB 2. Remember, every case is assessed from scratch. Every case is assessed by a completely new assessor. They have no idea what's happened in the previous case. Yes, you have an idea, but they don't. So 1 or 2 cases does not mean you fail PLAB 2, okay? Now, you've got to trust yourself. You've done a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, put a lot of energy into this. A lot of that stuff will have come out in your exam, even though right now you probably don't feel that that is possible. Now, of course, if you do end up failing, then we are here for you. Okay, I see a lot of doctors fail, and then I see a lot of doctors pass second time, third time, fourth time. We can help. We have lots of resources that can help on the channel, but also that we can help in terms of getting your boost, your mind, your confidence back up for second time. So if that happens, then please come back to us and we can try and help you. But I am sure the majority of people who are watching this video who are feeling pretty down about PLAB 2 right now will end up in a couple of weeks smiling and celebrating and being happy and thinking, you know what? Why did I worry so much? I just worried so much, and actually it was all fine, and now I'm happy, and now I can think about the next stage of my career. And I'm sure that is going to be you. Okay, so hopefully this video has been of some value. If you are new to the channel, please do like, subscribe, share. We have lots of videos on not just PLAB 2 preparation, but lots of other stages. If you're going into the NHS after this, all the different exams that you might need to do, MSRA, if you're thinking about GP training, specialty training, we have so many things that we can help you. So hopefully at some point we can help you in those things as well. And if you do end up not passing PLAB 2, then like I said, come to us, because we have lots of small changes, lots of little things that can make a big difference when it comes to your exam. And if you want to use something on the website, please don't forget to use the coupon Arora Video 10, ARORAVIDEO10 for 10% off anything on the website, whether it's PLAB 2, MSRA, or anything else that you might be looking at. Please do subscribe to the channel if you find this of value. Please do share this video with anybody that you think may be struggling right now, having done their exam, to try and give them a bit of a confidence boost, because like I said, most people do pass PLAB 2. You, I'm sure, are going to pass PLAB 2, and I really hope this video is going to be of some little value. Have a super day. #CampusWillPass. #I went with Arora.